Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy to see you all. Wow. Good. Namaste. So today we have many rare moons available. Tobia, Rosina. Candice is joining for the first time. Welcome, Candice, to our new Sangha. For you. Wow. More people joining. This is beautiful. Wow. Hello, Gesha.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. Hello, Carolina. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm really good.
Good.
And
And
you?
I am good. So guys, first of all, Jenny and Caroline, they both are starting the meditation, morning meditation for US and Canada time zone, right? Right, Jenny?
Yes, that begins Wednesday morning at 7:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time.
You have already shared the information in the group, right?
Yes.
So share it also before next Wednesday, coming Wednesday, like on Monday, Tuesday, so that people know again.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you.
So you are just right now doing once in a day or once in a week. This is what you're planning?
For right now, and as we see who's joining and what the schedule works, then we'll increase it.
Okay, okay. Great. And who else is joining this time? Hello, Mari. You got some new look, huh?
Hello, I'm in my van again.
Oh, you're in your van again. You're again traveling, not living home.
No, now traveling from Bergen to Oslo. Mm.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
I love it. Okay, then I come to Oslo. Then you take me with you from Oslo to Bergen again.
Yeah, okay. Deal.
Because I'll be now today. My training in Lithuania is finished. It was amazing training, very deep, very nice. And this is such a beautiful place. It has a possibility to accommodate 25 people. It's a beautiful woods, jungle, grass, and also a lake and a small river. So flowing water, everything is there. And 25 people can stay. And so of course I'll be creating a complete page for this independently, and maybe and also this place is available for people to have for retreats and programs. So this is also another important information. And so we will be having our another Soulversity campus here, and we will have like regular programs here. It's so good. And after this, I'm going to this one Tantra festival here to give some classes and also talk on chakras. That's interesting. And then on 13th, I'm free. Then I can maybe come. We will talk on that.
Yeah, after 13th, I'm free also.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, let's talk.
Wonderful. All right. So now we have more people. Yes. So Babu, and who is there on iPhone? No, I don't know who is there on iPhone. Okay. So guys, Candice has started our training just recently, and she is a friend of our another very dear fellow, Carla. Carla has done in the first batch of 300-hour training, and she's her friend. And how are you doing, Candice? Have you done some classes, some sessions? Just introduce yourself with the Sangha.
Hi, so I'm Candice, and yes, I have started the course. I've done, I think I'm waiting now for my 3rd class. So yeah, I'm really fresh, but I'm really excited to be on this journey. So I teach yoga as well as holding down a full-time job in the corporate world.
Yeah, and good. So what I like about Candice is that she is having a normal job, but also she is keeping her passion for yoga and most importantly, spiritual growth alive, and she is somehow managing the time to do it, which is wonderful. I really appreciate this, Candice. Yeah.
Good.
And also she keeps sharing it whenever she gets chance, like doing some retreat and stuff in between of her normal life. So uh, it is actually a very beautiful example for those people who say that they cannot leave their regular job because, of course, they want money. But at the same time, like she's actually uh, managing between the job and then also doing retreats and also learning and growing, which is a real good example. So if you want, you can do that. Right?
Exactly. If you want
Okay.
to do it, you can do it.
How do you manage it? Can you share some of the secrets?
I don't know how I manage it, to be honest. I've got a very supportive husband. Yeah, I mean, I've got children as well. 3 of them are grown up and left the house. So I've just got one at home with me at the moment. Yeah, I just manage my time.
Ah, good. So basically, the key is that you need to get a good husband. Okay. I cannot get another good husband, so I don't know. But that's why I just do only this thing and nothing else. But so nice to have you here in our Sangha. It's beautiful.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, so it is Faith there on iPhone. She messaged me, which is good. Good to have you, Faith, today. And you are in Spain in a taxi. This is wonderful. So it's summertime in Europe and everybody is traveling and, going sometimes going trekking, going camping, going to the beach side, going to south of Europe, enjoying the swimming. How is it going? Anybody wants to share some holiday experience and maybe some realization with that? I would like to hear. Yes, Carol. No, I can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. But I went for an expedition with my little boy for 3 days, and we went on the island, and that was pissing rain there. We were alone. That was like the first night was a crazy nightmare. But like the tent, everything was wet, and I was like, okay, so I am in the middle of the river here alone, and it's kind of crazy. And you know what? For me, it's kind of hard to realize. Then I can stay calm and everything. And there, I saw that. Then I was just like, okay, we just wrap everything. We just move from other place, and I was not in panic and anything. That was just like, okay, we just do some action step by step. And my son was also super calm. And after we just changed place, and after the sun goes out, all our stuff were dry, and everything was super nice the next 2 days. So I I just felt this experience was like I I just put this in my own life, then I can also stay calm sometimes in a crazy situation. So I just realized that, and that was the first time I do, because I don't know if I have resistance about this, but for me, it's kind of not easy all the time to just to see what's the trainings brings to me in the real life. But there in this situation, that was just obvious, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm
Good,
happy about that.
good, beautiful. So you realize that this is the change you got from the training, right?
Yeah, yeah. For the first time, yes.
Okay. So it's very interesting to realize that actually, when there is a chaotic situation outside, what you are doing with it, usually what you do is you create another chaotic situation inside. And then both chaotic situation, a chaotic situation dealing with another chaotic situation, it's like boom, more chaos. And you leak lots of your energy because you make yourself weak and that situation more powerful than you. So it is very important to understand that from which space you deal with whatever outside chaos is happening. And if you can maintain the peaceful space inside or the empowered space inside, or forget peaceful or empowered, I mean, that's more meditative. Let's talk very practical. If you can maintain the solution oriented space inside, that okay, this is happening, what is the solution now, and let me do that step by step. When you can do that, you first of all, you deal with the situation nicely. Second, you don't leak your energy. In fact, you don't make yourself weak. Third, you get divine help. That's amazing, because the more we grow in the spiritual path, as we learn in the training, we get into our divine protection system, and this divine protection system starts becoming more and more powerful the more you remain connected and in gratitude and in trust and in your solution oriented space. You get power from the other side also, then. So not to make yourself weak, to look for the solution, so not to make the outer situation more powerful than it is. And third, to get the divine help or the extra help from the another dimension. Combining these three things, you always get a very nice solution. But along with the solution, you get the great learning and transformation. That's the biggest thing, because all the situations in life come to teach us something. Right? So, and those are the time when we really need to remember what we learned. Because if you are learning, you just remember only in your comfort zone, then it's not learning at all. It's just, your mental some satisfaction thing, but not the learning. So learning is that which you always remember in the critical times when you really need them. Right? Good. Good going. Anybody wants to share anything else? Hey, Joy. Yeah, you can share.
Yeah, I just wanted to, well, say thank you for like saving me in Bali.
Yeah.
Me out there. I went crazy. I don't know. And basically, I'd built this trip up to be like the best trip of my life, and like set up all these expectations of what I was going to do and how things were going to go out there. And when I arrived, like the energy for me was just off. It was just not what I was expecting at all. And yeah, it's just the place was not what I had expected or hoped it would be. And then my mind just went out of control. And then like I was like getting dizzy and I was getting headaches every day. And then at one point I was convinced that my room had bad energy. So I really don't know what happened to me out there. And then I messaged poor Dev, and you gave me some really good tips. And after I meditated that day, literally the next day my trip completely changed. So it was instant. And that next day, I literally had the best day that I had there. I was sunbathing on the beach, enjoying myself, just like you said, enjoying it as a tourist and not, you know, as I expected. So yeah, thank you. It was really helpful.
Wonderful. Yeah. I'm glad that you finally had your good trip.
Mhm.
Well, this is very interesting. Joy actually went to Bali for holidays with lots of expectations about maybe some spiritual learning or something, or I don't know. Yeah, but then she messaged me that okay, it's like opposite, and I'm leaking so much of energy, and it's all going crazy here, and it's all affecting me very badly. And then I told her just to be empowered, and to be empowered, you need to do two things. One, you don't need to be a receiver of something which you don't want, and for that, what you can do is you can just behave as a tourist. And sometimes, behaving like as a tourist or actually as a stupid tourist, which does not care about the place, you save yourself if you must, right? So I told her that just behave as a tourist and just enjoy the place in a very tourist manner, that you're just here for a couple of days and your only job is to enjoy and nothing else. And then the place may offer you some good energy, and you can enjoy the trip. Otherwise, your expectation and mismatching, which was actually making her a receiver of somehow bad vibes or stuff, and things were also happening like not in a good manner, positive manner, one after another, right? So this is a very beautiful and powerful example immediately there and then, to when you change your energy inside, how immediately it changes outside, and it was instant for you, right?
It was.
It is about taking the charge of your life, no matter what you are doing, where you are, and what is happening with you. As we learn in the training also, that when you take the charge of your life and you drive the scene, that you see that, okay, what I was expecting, it's not happening, accept it immediately, that yes, that is not happening, it's all done now. Now what can I do? Rather than, being on the receiver end or a victim end, what can I do? And change your energy inside, take charge of it, become the driver of your trip, and then say, this is what I'm going to do now, because this is the best I can do. And then immediately that energy inside really changes the thing outside, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Most welcome. So this was a live example, huh? You
Yeah.
just experienced. And interestingly, I don't know what's happening with Bali, but I never been to Bali. I never actually felt the pull to go to Bali, while it's being very famous on the spiritual market in the world. I never felt a pull to go to Bali, but these after you messaged me, I met two more people. So basically, in 1 week, I met three people who were talking things about Bali, which were not really very positive. And this is what I heard for the first time. And they all were saying that it's too commercial and too like projected. Because after my training, you really know that what is real spirituality and what is not. So you cannot really get trapped in that. Yeah, this is well, yeah, you need to sometime, you need to go and you need to experience the dark side also, so that you know and remember that this is where you never want to go, or you never need to go, right? So don't be attracted by advertisement or what many people are saying, because many people are actually not on the path of real spiritual growth. They are mainly on the path of spiritual entertainment. This is exactly, I have seen that in the world now, all those people who call themselves spiritual, actually, most of them are involved in some spiritual entertainment, and they have really not yet find the real path. Maybe because of they did not find the real teacher or a guide or whatever. But this is the fact. So don't get attracted by the advertisement or what people say. Find out yourself that what could be the what could be there for you. And if you are really now seek the real things, all the fake things actually will give you double bad impact. That's another point to understand, because you become, when you start to purify yourself, you become such potent and purified within yourself and connected with the reality, like the real things, that the fake thing will affect you 10 times more than before. And that is actually a blessing from the divine, so that it saves you, that knowingly or unknowingly you never go to the fake path ever. So it has to affect you. It is actually a saving, because it's so amazing that when you actually are on your real spiritual journey, it becomes your compulsion to be real and to be involved only in real things. And then you see that life becomes so simple, and many places in life or many things in life you really don't need to do, because you're already above them. And this is huge freedom, and this is huge power, right? So this is good.
Yeah, I can confirm that when I was there, like spiritually, it's not real spiritual at all. It is actually fake. That's what I
Maybe few
experienced.
people, I know, I believe that everywhere there are some real spiritual people
Yeah.
are there, but not in the sometime open marketplace. You really,
No.
so basically when you travel, you should make sure that where you are traveling to, talk to the person, feel the vibe, and then do things. Right. Good. Actually, last month, there's the same another thing happened, that another student of mine from Spain, Laura, she wanted to go for 3 months to some retreat with some medicine and stuff, and I think in central part of America, like this uh, Panama region, in Mayan culture and something. And then and she told me, and she asked me that should she go or not. I said, well, I will not tell you you should do this or that, but I would say that you just talk to the person, and talk to that person like 4 or 5 times, not on one time, because first time everybody talks nicely. Talk 4 or 5 times, understand what you're gonna do, why you are going, what is his expectations from you, and stuff. And when she spoke like third time, she decided not to go, because she told me that it was turning out to be very toxic, and I never expected that. But when I started asking detail and what they do and what all things they are involved in, it felt that it's really toxic for me, so I don't want to go. And I said, it is beautiful that you actually saved yourself, because you gave enough time to discover. You were not excited about it. And she's just like 27-year-old, and she's like really excited kid, so she just does things in excitement. So she said, yeah, I mean, for the first time I listened to you and I did not do anything in excitement. I took time to find out, and it really helped. So yeah, I mean, we all are we all feel that we should make some spiritual journeys, do some spiritual things, and it is important. It's good, it's beautiful, but take your time, don't do anything in excitement, find out, and it'll be good. Right? Good. And yeah. Yes, Kaisha, please tell me.
Hi everyone. Hello. I went through. I reviewed some the 100-hour course, and there are so a couple of actually there's more than a couple of mantras that I have learned, and I've used them, and they are very powerful. Loka samasta sukhina bhavantu is one of them, which means may all being be peaceful, be happy and free, which is from the 100-hour course. And also asatoma satgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya. That really, I have felt the way that these mantras bring you into the center, especially the one Loka Samasta. I think it gives you more harmony, to be harmonious with everything around you. Yes. So I really found out these, and I really practice it. Even if I'm cooking, I practice it. I sing it, I say it. and the words are power. So these are, thank you. I love it. I love these mantras.
Thank you. Yeah, these mantras are good. Basically, I love them, these two mantras. There are many, many mantras, thousands of mantras. Yeah, but not all mantras are good, and not all mantras solve that spiritual purpose. These two mantras are actually have nothing to do with religion or something. The asatoma is the call of the soul. And this is the mantra of compassion, which actually generates a deep acceptance and harmony within yourself, around yourself, and for everybody. So it heals the heart chakra big time. And when the heart chakra is healed, the inner struggle goes away. And when the inner struggle goes away, the peace is already there.
Precisely.
Peace. And I'm happy that you are enjoying them. And
oh, it's very empowering. They're very empowering, in my opinion. I mean, my experience, actually.
yes.
The way, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also, we do them in a very different manner, like not in a very traditional way. And that also really make them more meaningful for practicing, because we are doing it with a certain purpose and in a different manner. And at the same time, I also want to share that peace is, it's very interesting that sometimes when we actually try to gain the peace from outside, and most of the people in the world, if you see on the name of meditation practices, they are kind of running after the peace. And in fact, spiritual or not, meditator or not, if you ask anybody, they would normally say, oh, at the end of the day, I would like to have peace, right? But it really takes time and transformation for a person to understand that peace you cannot take from outside or by doing some activities outside. It's an inside thing. And inside thing also, you don't need to create it. It's already there. It's like we have this beautiful mirror, but that mirror is now becoming dirty. It has become dirty with dust, with dirt, everything. You need to just take the cloth of your consciousness and rub it. And the mirror is beautifully shining, clean inside already. So our peace, inside peace works actually like that. And when we finish our inner struggles on all the mental, emotional, spiritual level, automatically what we gain is this beautiful, spontaneous emerging of peace, and which stays, because then this peace stays. Otherwise, it goes, right? Okay. So, yeah, Christian, you want to ask anything?
So yeah, now you can hear. Okay, yeah, I have a question about handle the ego. So I mean, the ego appears mainly with the inner voice, yeah, and we are thinking we are identified with this voice, and we are the voice. But in many times there's not only one voice, there are many voices. So and sometimes one voice fighting with the other voice, something like that. So one voice say do this, and the other voice say do other things. So, and sometimes, especially in this week, there's one voice which always treat me. So like this, I have a bad situation because this guy did something, or other guy, or something like that. Yeah. Or so, yeah. So it's treating me. Yeah. So, and my question now is, when such a voice appearing, yeah, I call this voice the terrorist because I figured out when I give this voice a name, then it's much more easier for me to recognize when it appears. Yeah. So and then in the same moment it loses a lot of power. So maybe you have some ideas. So how we can be more independent about this. I mean, of course, with the meditation in the evening, but more in a practical way. Until within the day or something, or maybe you have some ideas.
Yeah, so basically what happens that we are always pulled by different voices inside us. And those voices come from different kind of different kind of energies, sometimes ego, sometimes some fear, sometimes some greed, sometimes some transformation. So that they are all kind. And what I understood that their question is one, to recognize what is the real voice to follow, and second, to silent any other voice and only one voice which is real, right? Is this the question?
Yeah, that's the question. But I mean, in the end, there's not. I mean, in a deep meditation, there's no voice. So I'm not sure about this real voice. Yeah, but the main reason now is how to recognize that this is not my voice and how I can silence this. So I think maybe it's not possible to silence, but it's possible to not to be identified with this or something, and it disappears by itself or something
Yeah.
like that.
So it is there is a very simple formula about that. Once you are very clear about your vision of life, that this is the kind of life I want to live, or this is my path, this is my growth path, or this is what ultimately I want to be. Once you have this clarity and you have your decision about it, and your inner discipline about it, that this is what exactly how I want to use my energy and I want to lead my life too. When you have that, then any voice which is not aligned with that, you can realize that that is not my voice. It is either coming from some other impact, or from ego, or from fear, or whatever. And when it is aligned, that it is going to give you more boost in your vision, then it is good. You will recognize it with practice. I mean, it happened with me for many years when I created a dedicated path for myself. Of course, the entire world is full of options. The problem in this world is that we live in so many options that it becomes really hard to remain focused on what we chose for ourselves, because we keep getting options, and every option look good than before and whatever. So whenever you get some voice or some thought that, okay, now we can do that, now we can do that, it comes as if it is the best thought or best option for that time. But when you are aligned with your vision and your purpose in life, you always check, because this is what I did for myself, that I always checked those voices and those thoughts and those options, that whether it is going to help me in this vision or not. And I have found that most of them were nonsense. They were not going to help me in that. In fact, some of them were going to make me go completely opposite direction of what I have chosen for myself. And then the moment I recognize that, I would say, hey, no, I don't need you, because you are not aligned with me. So when I practice this kind of inner communication, that, yeah, I don't need you because you don't align with me, they start to die. And now I rarely get something which is a noise, or which can make me go here and there. I know I like almost all the thoughts and ideas I get. They're automatically aligned with my vision and purpose of life and my growth or my sharing, whatever. But it took me some years of constant practice.
Yeah.
But this is the path.
Okay, yeah, I understand it totally. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I have to fix a lot of issues which came from the past. Yeah, and it's take a lot of time every day. So, but after the evening, so you know, when I'm off, and then it's totally gone, all these things. Yeah, but in the daytime, when I fix these issues, so then always this voice is appearing. Yeah, and then of course I'm not aligned with my vision in this moment.
Yes,
Yeah.
I understand. But you know what? those issues from the past, when you take steps to solve them, or whatever is the possible solution, sometimes the possible solution is there is no solution.
Yeah.
And accept that there is no solution. Sometimes this is the solution. So when you are working during the daytime to taking the step to solve whatever are the issues of the past, and of course I know more about your life, I live with you. So you when you keep thinking in a solution oriented approach, like we were just discussing with Carol, when you think in a solution oriented approach, that I am taking the solution oriented space, creating a solution space inside me, and I'll do step by step whatever I can do or whatever I need to do. And then all the ideas and noise and thoughts and voices, if they are aligned with the solution, you can filter them like this, that currently this is the solution I need. Are you aligning with that? Are you empowering me on that? Or otherwise accepting that currently I don't get any solution. Maybe I have to wait. Or if I cannot wait, then maybe I need to take some losses or whatever it is. But that is also aligned with your vision. Why it is aligned with your vision? Because now your vision is basically to gain this permanently peace and consciousness in life and grow in your consciousness and do something on that direction. Then solving all the issues which are holding you back from the past will actually lead you or push you towards your vision, right? So this is something compulsory evil which you need to deal with. You cannot avoid it. And you have, the first power came to you when you accepted that. Rosina also has gone through some very difficult situation in life here, and I am very happy that when she came also to do this 300-hour training with me in Goa. Rosina, raise your hand. She's here. Yeah. And then she has actually taken some amazing, difficult, but amazing steps which were required to be taken to solve those issues. So we cannot run away from the ghosts of the past, but we have to deal with that. And when we have to deal with that, we have to deal with the solution-oriented approach, and that automatically help you to move towards your vision, right? So even in the daytime, see what is making you more confused or what is making you empowered, giving you the solution, right? Or sometime if you cannot find any solution, then accept that right now there is no solution. Let me stay with this acceptance rather than keep getting confused with other voices, and when you start communicating with your own thoughts in your mind, it will really help. That, okay, why you are coming? What is your purpose? Okay, no, I don't need you because currently you are not giving me any help. Currently you are confusing me. So go away. Right? Start communicating like this. So the energy inside, no, this way you will be actually ordering or aligning or speaking to with your chakras and with different space inside you, which are producing these different kind of noise. So when you will talk to them, you will communicate with them, and that way you will align them, and you will receive, you will gain some inner alignment inside you. And that inner alignment will automatically calm these voices and will bring you more and more powerful, empowered state, right? So this inner alignment is required. And for that, you can actually talk to these things and keep, aligning them. Okay.
So this part of acceptance mean also we can go back mentally in the situation in past and accept there's no solution at all, and so and
that's the solution.
The source of, with the reason.
That's the solution. For example, I have lost everything. That's the solution. Accepting of that. What is the struggle? Struggle is that you somewhere are not able to accept what has already been happening or already happened. So first of all, you need to accept what has already happened completely deeply inside you. And then what is left, or what can you do now, or what can you now restart? It is like on the last day of what we say, the day of judgment, when everything will be finished, and then the new life will start. And only who can survive that and accept that can survive and keep their trust and faith in the divine, they can survive, and then the new life will start through them. So that thing is happening already inside you, this entire thing. So go through that like this. Okay, that old Christian has gone or is going, a new Christian is taking over, getting birth, and you nurture that.
Okay. Yeah, that feels totally right. Yeah. So the acceptance of there's no solution, that was very good now. Yeah, thank you.
That is the solution. That to accept there is no solution.
All right.
Right? Because it will give you some rest. And then maybe tomorrow you find something else that, okay, maybe I was just looking at solution on this direction only, but something which is completely blocked in your mind, tomorrow your mind can open for that dimension, and you can feel, oh, this is also a solution. Maybe not the perfect solution, but at least I get to walk few steps. So this can be the solution for now, So it's like this. I mean, I would really like Rose to share something, if you want, Rose, that what solution I told you, and you were initially was not very comfortable with that, but then finally you thought that that is the best way, and somehow I don't know what is, because he never spoke for so many days, but if you can share, if you want to share something with the Sangha, it would be good.
Am I unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I had the last, I think, couple of years of my life have been so chaotic that I've learned some very hard lessons. I've learned some deep lessons the hard way, and the short version is I got sick and had a company, but I couldn't run the company in the way that I was doing before I got sick. So the company kind of, I had to let it go. It got into a lot of debt. And then I personally got into a lot of debt that was becoming unmanageable for the human. So I went and I did the 300 hours in Goa, and Deb gave me the very blunt option of, well, why don't you just close the company, say goodbye, start again? And it took me, and at the time, even though there was like a little voice inside that, and a lot blew up while I was in Goa, a lot happened. And there was a little voice that said, it's okay. It's okay to let it go. It's time to let it go. But even I wasn't ready. My ego wasn't ready to let it go. My ego wasn't ready to accept that there may have been some form of failure in my perfect life. So after coming back from India, and a few weeks later, I just decided enough was enough. I was making myself sick again, sick with worry, sick with listening to the voices, not aligned with my vision and my purpose and where I actually need to go. So actually, Devin, just kind of hearing you speak to Christian, then I sort of realized actually there is a part of me that has not accepted what I've had to do or what I have done and my decisions. And there's a part of me that's still hanging on. But I am now in a safe space where I'm sort of regrouping and able to nurture myself and lick my wounds and begin to accept and move on with a rebuild on stronger foundations. So, and realign with that vision. So it's been a hell of a ride, and we're still going, but I like the thought of nurturing the new Rose.
The new Rose, yeah, of course. And nurturing means that, yeah, you know that it takes time. I mean, the kid has to grow, and the kid has to grow strong, right? So hold on, don't be in hurry, right? Entire life ahead. So it's really worth it. I mean, believe
Yeah.
me, it's really worth it. Yeah. Right, Christian? And thank you, Rose, to share. Yep. And anybody? Yeah, who? Oh, yes, Geisha.
Yeah, when the thought arises, talking about thoughts and the thoughts becomes obstacles in our lives, I use the technique of mindfulness, which I will sit back, feel like I'm a distance from the thoughts. And this is something that, because of what you were saying, I thought maybe it can help somebody. So I distance myself from the thoughts. I absorb it, observe it, and I don't judge it, and I don't try to be attached to it. And I look at it as a passing cloud. And usually this works when I become more aware of the thoughts and I'm distant. And this, what I just mentioned, I use the mindful technique, and I distant myself and I just absorb it and let it go, and no attachment and no judgments. And it does leave. It does leave. So this is what I was going to mention, that it works for me.
Yeah. Thank you, Kesha, for mentioning it. And actually, Christian has been doing this because he is a meditator for 20 plus years now. And this mindfulness has been his main practice when he met me first in Goa, just by chance. And but I told him to start dealing with practical things in practical manner, and not to put the burden of practical things on meditation. So basically, what happens that sometimes what we do, of course, it depends on situation to situation, but sometimes situations are so grave and so much practical, and you need to really manage many things practically outside, that they just need few steps of you to work. It's similar to like if you have a field, you have to, and you need to get the crop, you need to work few steps, like, sow the seed and nurture the plants, and then cut the crop, and then like this. So those are practical things. And but many times what happens that for meditators, they somehow start to get disconnected with the practical things in the world, and then everything which they need to do in the practical world in a practical manner appears very big, while for somebody else it can be just a simple thing of practical step. So I especially ask him, and it is also very good for many other people also, to actually remain connected with the life in practical manner, and not to put the burden of practical things which can be, on which need to be solved in practical steps, onto meditation, that I'll just sit and meditate and everything will be all right. Yeah, you have to meditate so that you can get back onto your empowered space, and from that empowered space, take benefit of that and do practical action to handle the practical things. Okay. And this actually has been working for you, Christian, what it is?
Sorry, my battery is now finished. I got few 6 seconds.
No problem.
And I take the charger and answer the question then.
Yeah. It's gone. No problems. So yeah, so the idea is to also The balance is the key. We as meditators have to be more empowered people to live on this planet, even in practical life. We must not fear the practical life. And imagine, and that actually has been the problem in the world I see for thousands of years, that meditators were leaving the normal and practical life. And they were only living in their own life, while all the less conscious people started to capture the world, started to lead the government, started to lead the businesses, started to lead everything. How beautiful, in my understanding, how beautiful that world would become when all the cautious people lead the world, lead the government, lead the policies, lead the businesses. And if every powerful position in the practical world is held by some cautious human, some meditator, this world would be much beautiful. So I want my meditators to have this balance and to have much deeper connection with the world on practical manner, where you use your consciousness and your empowerment to deal with the world and to be a winner without bothering about winning. That would be the beauty. To be the winner, but don't bother about winning. So you don't have the struggle, you don't have the stress. It's a play, it's a joyride. And that would be beautiful, right? So we all must prepare ourselves like that to raise the consciousness, to be a deep meditator, but also to practice that meditative powers or that meditative energy in the practical life, to spread the light, to spread the beauty, and to make the world a better and beautiful place for ourselves and for the generations to come. Right? And this is actually my vision also. I'm actually working on that. You guys see that every time I just work on that. And I feel I want that all of you should also work on this, like this. That will actually make your journey feel complete and wholesome. Right? Yes, Tobia.
Hello. I just want to do kind of a quick sharing about some big news that, because since for those of you who don't know me, I've been in this body, in this vessel, also massage, but a meditation teacher for some years with my own business, and have been wanting to really go at it full-time, find a full-time position teaching meditation. So I just found one. I'm really excited. And I'm moving to Maine, which I'm going to be really close to Caroline, probably. You're right. So yeah, I'm moving in September. And so I'm like packing up my house. I've been living in Italy for 8 years. So it's a kind of big transition moment. And I'll be teaching basically meditation for a wilderness therapy program. And so I'm just really excited to be able to teach meditation out in the woods. You know, it's going to be fun.
I'm very happy with this news, Tobia. And I remember our talks in Goa about when you shared with me that how somewhere now in a very, very small part of you inside feel that now you need to move on from this place because it is a comfort zone, and now you just want to, go somewhere else and do something else, like being in the open world. It was a big thing for you, because basically to that safe zone, that secure zone, and then to leave and then to recreate your life, but with the more purpose. And we shared, and I told you that, yeah, I mean, once you have this vision and you really want to do with a pure sharing, which you anyway lived with, and this courage to just go out in the open world and not to remain stuck at one place is huge, and that automatically manifests the path ahead for you. right? So I actually can relate this news with that conversation of ours. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember. And also it's very synchronic also because I was searching, I was doing all of these interviews and not getting any responses. Well, my intuition just said, just buy your ticket to the US and something will happen. And literally the day I bought the ticket in the morning and I started getting job offers that afternoon. I'm like, wow. So also the intuition really,
Yes, wonderful. That's of course synchronicity. When you decide that this is what you want to do in your life, and you don't care whether how it will happen, but this is the thing you are going to do. So what you did is actually by buying the ticket, you first decided to leave your safe zone, like the comfort zone. And the moment you leave your comfort zone, you got the path ahead. So basically, you decided to leave your comfort zone and to get, and you practice your courage,
I'm going to call on them.
and you practice your courage to show up in the world, in the open world, without bothering about that how it is going to be. And that energy actually activated your divine protection system or the divine energy. All right, things are there, but first divine wants to really check always. This is the exam divine takes, that how authentic are you? Are you seeking only a comfort zone, one shift of one comfort zone to another comfort zone, or are you really ready to leave your comfort zone? And when you did that, it's magic.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It feels magic. It feels like magic also because I applied for jobs everywhere across the United States. Like I really just threw a net open, like, all right, wherever spirit can flow through me in the best possible way for the best group of people, I'm just open to whatever that is. So I'm feeling pretty happy.
Yeah. I really feel it is that when you unlocked your that thing, that okay, I don't care. I don't care of my comfort zone or my security. I just want to do this. And then when you bought the ticket without any clarity, but the clarity in your heart, not what you're going to do next, but this clarity that this is what you don't want to do anymore and you want to leave this place. And also because you were also recognizing some compulsions and fakeness, they are growing. That's what also we shared, and you wanted to go out of that, right? So this is actually your decision towards your freedom, inner freedom. And then that decision manifested in another beautiful manner. It's beautiful. Remember this. This is good. I'm very happy. Very happy for you. Good. All right. Who is next? Any other question? So beautiful. We had a very good, interesting chat today. Many people actually shared. And many people also joined. So yeah, now let's have some small meditation. Yeah, what I wanted to share before Tobias said something. Yeah. Okay, I can share it next time. Not very important. All right. So let's have some small 10 minutes meditation together, and then we leave. So sit straight, eyes closed. Feel very connected with yourself. Feel very calm. And feel very rooted. Become aware of your root chakra. Start breathing into your root chakra. And feel very rooted, very grounded. Very stable. And just sit with this stability inside you. Slowly take 3 deep breaths. Move your fingers and toes. Rub your hands together. Put down, place them on your eyes. Open your eyes. And rub the hands back on your face. On your body. Come back. Everybody's okay? Good. So thank you for a wonderful call. See you next week. And wish you an amazing day, amazing week ahead, full of joy, peace, love, and consciousness. Right. Thank you. Namaste. And let's have our group hug. Okay. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.